Okay guys, welcome back. Today we got game 4. It's going to be a long one. Longest one yet. I thank everybody for coming to the channel and watching these since they're so long. But I'm enjoying doing it with you guys. So what to watch for today, guys. So here's what I'm thinking. I think right now this series should be 3-0 LA. Because the only game Boston has won was game 2 at home in overtime. The game was really decided with the last 8 seconds. Literally 8 seconds away in an overtime from being down 3-0 right now. That's why I say I feel that LA should have won that. So, things I'm looking for. One, we hadn't got any fights yet. I mean, physical, yeah, but not fights. We've had a couple of unintentional elbows. I think Mikal got one in the first game, and Larry got another one in game 3. So, we know there's 4 more games, including this one. It's going to be interesting to see when those take place and why. And then we'll see how the teams respond in the aftermath of that. I think that LA ran them out of the gym. It was embarrassing for Boston, but like I said, in my opinion, watching these games now, LA is far superior athletically to Boston. I think they have good matchups in some places. I think both of their benches are about as Byron Scott, B. Scott matchups as you're going to get. Danny Ainge or Peaches, B. Scott and Peaches matchup off the bench. I really think, and here's the catch-22 about this, in my opinion. I think Boston is going to have to lure LA out of the paint with outside shooting, because I hadn't seen it yet. I think they have to consistently start shooting outside in order to open up the inside. But I say it's a catch-22 because in order to open the paint up, you have to start shooting outside. And if you're not hitting shots, everybody in today's society that's an NBA fan absolutely knows that when you shoot outside shots, especially three-pointers from half court, which we're not going to see any of, thank God, but when you shoot outside shots, 4 out of 5 times, if you miss that shot, that results in a long rebound. I think that's what they have to do to open the game up. However, those long rebounds is that catch-22 because LA is deadly in the open court. That's why they're called Showtime. They're the fastest team in the NBA right now. So if you're shooting 4 out of 5 shots and you miss 4 out of 5 times, that rebound is going to go long, which sparks the fast break even faster. In my opinion, they can't open the inside up until they start the outside shooting. But if you're not hitting outside, LA's going to go on a run, and they're going to do it quick. Yeah, that's about all I got, guys. I'll stop it and give you my opinion at quarters or at halftime. One of the two I hadn't decided yet because I hadn't seen the game. I don't want to interrupt. But, you know, if Max gets Worthy's nuts in his mouth for the 3rd straight game or Peaches starts going off, you'll see me again before then. And with that, let's go, guys.
The 1984 playoffs had become a replay of that old Boston Celtic magic. They rolled over Washington, edged the Knicks, and dismantled the Bucks. Everything they did was right. Until they ran into the fastest guns in the West. Magic Johnson sparked the Los Angeles Lakers to a 2-1 lead in Game 3. Their running game was awesome. James Worthy was spectacular. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a force at both ends of the court. The 33-point defeat was the worst the Celtics have suffered in their proud championship history. And the reactions on both sides told the story. And tonight, the Celtics will try to even it up against the glimmering backdrop of the City of the Angels. The Forum is the site. It's Game 4 of the NBA World Championship Series. Welcome to Los Angeles, the city of stars and expensive cars. The Lakers are red-hot box office, and their fans number the most famous in all of show business. It's a franchise that features dancing girls and a fast break that defies slow motion. And against this backdrop of glitter and money, it is a working man's basketball team, the Boston Celtics, who hope to even up a championship series here tonight in Los Angeles. It's game 4 with the Lakers leading the Celtics 2-1. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. I am Brent Musburger. A couple of days ago, Jerry West, the general manager of the Lakers, was quoted here in a Los Angeles paper as saying, stop the series right now, and James Worthy is the most valuable player. Cedric Maxwell of the Celtics responded, took me 6 games to win an MVP award. They're giving it to Worthy after only 3. And that sort of sets the backdrop for this game. Here in Los Angeles, confidence is soaring, not only amongst the players, but also the fans. As for the Celtics, they are proud, and they know they have their work cut out here tonight, and they're determined to get it done. The man who has emerged as their spokesman is Cedric Maxwell. He is standing by live with our Kevin Lockery, so let's go to Kevin.
Max, the LA fast break has been devastating so far. Will the Celtics make any changes to try to contain the break?
I think basically the only kind of adjustments we're going to try to make is just trying to get up and get back on defense. We've had a good practice the last couple of days, and we've been able to do some things, and I think it's going to be a turnaround.
Max, offensively, the big men haven't shot well, haven't had the ball down deep a whole lot. Will you try to get the ball down to the big men a little bit more tonight?
Yeah, we'll try to get Parrish in the game a little bit more early, and probably try to get a few fouls on Kareem and not let him zone off as much, and I think that's going to help us a lot.
Max, you've been guarding James Worthy. What kind of player do you think this young player is?
Well, James is very explosive. I think he's one of the best players in the league right now. He's coming to his own, and it's going to be a good test for us tonight.
Max, thank you very much. Good luck tonight against the Lakers.
3 times a champion as a player with Boston. Pat Riley, a world champion coach last 2 years ago. The forwards, Larry Bird, the Celtics' leading scorer. James Worthy heading for stardom. Cedric Maxwell counted on for offensive rebounds. Kurt Rambis, the enforcer on a team of Greyhounds. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has clearly won the battle of 7-footers thus far over Robert Parrish. The playmaking guards, Gerald Henderson, using his quickness to try to neutralize Magic Johnson. It's a difficult task indeed. And Dennis Johnson coming off 2 subpar games. Michael Cooper excelling defensively throughout the series. Darryl Garretson and Jess Kersey are the officials in this game, with Earl Strom sitting at the scorer's table as the alternate. So here they are, game number 4, and the results of the first 3 games. The Celtics winning in overtime in game 2. The Lakers winning games 1 and 3. The tip controlled by Boston. Going right to the hoop is Cedric Maxwell, and he's fouled. Kurt Rambis, who outplayed Cedric Maxwell to a fairly well in game number 3 after Maxwell played a spectacular game 2, commits the foul to start it out.
Rambis, a big factor in the last game, helping them and all the Lakers control the Celtics under the offensive board.
But Maxwell on the line. He leads the Celtics with 11 offensive rebounds. He scored 16 points in game number 2 and has missed just 1 free throw in 15 tries in this series. This is his second there. 1-0 the score. The Lakers on offense. The running team inside to Kareem. And a Boston foul, so they go right into Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who will go to the line and shoot, and the foul is on Larry Bird.
The speed of the Lakers in evidence. They try to make it happen in the first 6 minutes of the game, and particularly in this ball game, to carry over the effect of that blowout. They want to establish their pace quickly.
Kareem's been a terrific free throw shooter so far in the series. By the way, he's been named to the NBA's first-team All-Star squad for the 9th time. Magic Johnson also named to the first team, as was Larry Bird, who was the top vote getter. Here's Dennis Johnson trying to get on track. Parrish away from the hoop. Kareem anticipates Henderson's pass. Out of bounds, LA ball. Good hustle by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who's having a fine defensive series, as well as the leading scorer for LA.
Henderson trying to take a little speed out of that LA attack by hand-checking Magic Johnson.
Michael Cooper given the shot. It's still Los Angeles ball as he tried to pass inside, last touch by Parrish.
Well, Celtics got caught on a switch. Little movement in there, causing some problems for the Celtic D.
Little less than a minute and a half gone by here in the first period. The Celtics and the Lakers, they have met 7 times in a World Championship Series, and the Celtics have been victorious all 7 times. Lakers would like to end all that. Here's Magic Johnson. Right at the 24-second buzzer. Magic Johnson hits from outside, and the Lakers are up by 3.
The double team defense of both ball clubs going to be very evident here in the first quarter.
Bird going all the way to the hoop and gets the foul. Larry Bird, not to be denied, and the foul is on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, his first personal foul.
The Celtics trying to get Larry Bird more involved, I think, in outside activity. He's been posting up most of the time to take advantage of the smaller Michael Cooper. There may be a strategy change developing for the Celtics in this first quarter.
Inside and traveling call.
The Lakers are really great. If they don't have that true fast break, they get quick hitters. Get it into Kareem as quickly as possible before the Celtics defense can get set up.
Magic misses his first shot from outside, and a loose ball foul called against Los Angeles. Kurt Rambis is called for his second personal foul. So Kurt Rambis has 2 fouls, and now the Boston Celtics will set it up. Robert Parrish has been outplayed, but he has been double-teamed hard in the middle and hasn't gotten the ball near the hoop. Dennis Johnson, a very important shot. Johnson's been behind the 8 ball, really, in the series so far. Celtics need to hit the outside shot. Johnson hit his first. Maxwell on a steal. It's a 4-on-3 break for Boston, and Parrish comes in, and that's the first time we've seen that kind of aggressiveness from Robert Parrish in the series. Kareem hooks it in, and the Celtics thought he palmed the ball, and I think the crowd did too.
I sure think so also, Dick. That should have been called. But the Celtics are getting off to a much quicker start than the Lakers had hoped.
Dennis Johnson is 2 for 2 from outside. So Casey Jones obviously sat Dennis down and said, look, we've got to have outside shooting, which is not normally Dennis's game.
He doesn't like to take that shot, but he's going to have to, and he's showing me that he's willing to do it.
Worthy baseline shot, his first points. The second-year forward from North Carolina, who's been in the starting lineup since the final game of the Phoenix series. Henderson is short with it. Cooper getting the break to Johnson. To Rambis.
If you miss that outside shot against LA, they turn it into the quickest of fast breaks.
Both teams are shooting well in the early going. Kareem knocks the ball away, and we'll have an LA foul as Scott Wedman comes into the ball game for the Boston Celtics. Wedman is one of the very few bright spots in Sunday's Game 3 with a playoff high 16 points and 10 rebounds for him. Kareem has picked up his second personal foul. So you heard Cedric Maxwell tell Kevin Lockery the Celtics would like nothing better than to get Kareem in foul trouble. He's got 2. Parrish. Wedman fights for the offensive board. And here's Larry Bird, baseline, fighting his way in. Wedman. And the Celtics have a new clock. 14-11, the Lakers lead with 8:14 to go in the first period. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn here in L.A. Parrish gets another. And Robert Parrish has 6 points, all inside.
I think the Celtics have found a way to uncover their big people underneath, Dick.
All right, when the Celtics come down, I want to find out what it is, if it isn't on the break. Here is Maxwell running rampant. What are they doing?
They're pushing it up real fast now, but they got to be careful.
Turnover. Here's Magic.
Oh! What the Celtics are doing, Dick, to help get that inside game on track is a sheer alignment of players, a different formation they're showing the Lakers. They're bringing Bird outside a little bit more, and it's making some of that packed-in defense move outside with them. Here's Magic coming up quick on the fast break. Boy, does he push it up. He makes you pay the price if you don't hustle back, and Bird creates the foul. Bird said that the only way to stop the Lakers is number 1, get back fast, number 2, get back fast, and 3, get back fast.
So what do you think the idea is?
Get back very fast.
Dennis Johnson committed the foul, not Larry Bird. That's his first. And the Lakers lead is 15-13. This is the closest of the 4 games so far at this juncture. Here's Maxwell. And Cedric Maxwell gets the roll, and now we have a tie at 15-all, the first tie of the ball game. Johnson calling the play, guarded by Larry Bird. Double team on Kareem, triple team. Cross court to Worthy. Worthy can shoot, he can jump, he can run. You name it, he can do it.
Well, they're doubling Kareem, but he's so effective at finding that open man.
It is still Celtics ball, but you can see that extra ounce of hustle on both sides in the early part here.
This is a meaningful game for the Celtics.
Dennis Johnson outside hits again, so Dennis Johnson is 3 for 3 from the field. He has been shooting a horrendous 34% so far, but Michael Cooper, who also has been struggling from the field, comes right back to give the Lakers the lead again. 6:45 remaining first period. Robert Parrish, who has gone inside, misses outside, but there's Larry Bird with the offensive rebound. So Larry Bird has 4, and we have our another tie. Kareem over Parrish. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the leading scorer at over 25 points a game in this series. Johnson is hot. His first miss in 4 tries. So the Celtics got back very nicely on defense, but Magic Johnson hits from outside, and there's nothing you can do about that.
Well, they got 3 guys back. It was a 3-on-3, and Magic just pulled up and went right over the top.
Nearly halfway through this opening period, and Larry Bird inside, and I think the Celtics are doing more damage inside than they have in the previous 3 games.
Well, I think what this new formation has done is make the Lakers think a little bit about where Larry Bird is.
And the Lakers call a timeout with 5:53 remaining in the first period. It's a tight game. The Lakers 23, the Celtics 21, and we'll be back to the Forum in just a moment. The Lakers leading the Celtics 23-21. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar 8, Magic Johnson 7 for LA. Bird, Parrish, and Dennis Johnson have 6 for Boston. Now, what can LA do to counteract what Boston is doing, which in fact bringing Bird out as a third guard?
Well, they're either going to have to come out off the pick that they're trying to set for Larry Bird, who's their best outside shooter, which means Worthy will have to come out. So they've uncovered 2 guys from underneath, or they're going to turn Larry Bird loose.
Inside to Worthy over Bird. Kareem tips it up. Rambis tries. And now Parrish finally gets the ball. The Boston break. It's 3-on-3. It's still Boston ball, and LA tips it away, and now they say it was last touched by a Celtic. Larry Bird doesn't know that yet. It looked to us as if it was last touched by a Celtic.
I think Ann Margaret was sitting in my way that time. I didn't see it.
Watch the game, Tommy. Here's Kareem, baseline on the sky hook, misses. Rambis loses it out of bounds. The shooting so far, as we said at the outset, continues to be terrific. The Celtics are shooting 60%, and the Lakers 67%. And Bob McAdoo, who's been a pretty hot shooter lately, is going to be coming in soon for the Lakers. 12 on the shot clock. Scott Wedman, who was the first man off the bench for the Celtics in this game. Bird against Cooper. Short. And here's Magic Johnson to lead the break. To Rambis filling the lane. That's what Kurt Rambis did so well in Sunday's game. Plus, as a trailer, he ended up 7 for 7 from the field.
You just don't think that he's going to get on the front end of a fast break. He looks like the slow type, but he hustles.
Sure does. I don't think they have a slow player. Parrish turns the ball over. So Bob McAdoo comes into the ball game. He's coming off his best game of the series with 21 points, and he has gotten progressively better in each game of this championship series. Bob McAdoo, a terrific, prolific scorer off the bench, is in there replacing Rambis. They have 4 men around Kareem. Magic still looking for him. Johnson with a screen from Kareem, banks it in.
That is the answer to any kind of double team. Hit from the outside.
Wedman going right to Parrish. The 2 centers playing a big role so far. He misses, and here's Magic. It's 4-on-2 for LA. And Magic Johnson has 11 points. Dennis Johnson misses from the outside, and the LA break starting to make its presence felt, and a foul by the Celtics on Dennis Johnson.
That fast break can be totally devastating, Dick. When they get it going, it produces points in bunches. And the Celtics alert to that. They want to change the momentum of the game right now. They call a timeout.
And the Lakers have run off a 10-2 run on the Boston Celtics. It's been a 10-2 spurt for the Lakers, and they've done it by virtue of their familiar fast break, Tom.
Boy, when they score in clusters, and when you miss that shot, you're so vulnerable unless you get back quick. But Magic advances it so quickly, they end up with a 4-on-2 situation, and he slithers right by. You can't concentrate on him because he's such a good passer. You worry about him hitting the open man.
8-0 in fast break points as Casey Jones, who's quiet, doesn't say much, has sent Kevin McHale into the ball game. McHale was voted the top 6th man, the best man coming off the bench in the NBA this year. He has not been as an offensive force on the road as he has been at home. He's shooting only 38% in the road in the playoffs. On a turnover, Dennis Johnson has it for Boston with 3:40 remaining in the first period. So McHale and Wedman off the bench first. Bird with a fake pass to McHale, and he's tied up by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Well, they came out of that timeout, put McHale in the game, hoping that he will be able to do some damage on the boards against Bob McAdoo. That'll help against that, take away the LA fast break.
Magic. 29-21. Celtics led 11-10, their only lead in this first period. McAdoo puts a fake on McHale and tries to get it inside to Kareem, who loses it out of bounds. So here come the Celtics, down by 8 points. The first period has been very important in this series. LA had a big 18-point lead in the first half in Boston in game 1. Celtics did it in game 2. And then it was LA with their big spurt Sunday. Parrish missing. Celtics are missing from outside now, and the Lakers are taking advantage on the run. McAdoo. McAdoo. Tough to stop when he goes straight up with that jumper.
He is a devastating outside shooter on a set offense or off the break.
Scott Wedman going for 3 points. Scott Wedman hitting the three-pointer for the Celtics to bring them to within 31-24. Wedman, a 10-year veteran from Colorado, and maybe the team's second best outside shooter after Larry Bird. 9 on the shot clock. Worthy defensed well by Wedman, goes up with a shot, throws up an air ball. McHale the rebound. Dennis Johnson in the middle, 4-on-2 fast break, and it's Robert Parrish on the end. So one of the few times the Celtics have been able to outrun the Lakers, 4-2.
That's an indication of how much Robert Parrish wants this thing. He got on the wing.
31-26, 5 in a row by the Boston Celtics, and a foul called against Boston as Swen Nater comes into the ball game. There is Swen Nater, who has played well, has been an effective backup for Kareem with 7 rebounds in 10 minutes on Sunday. And for the Celtics, Parrish goes out and Maxwell comes back in, so that makes Kevin McHale the center.
They don't like to play him a lot at that position, but they got to give Robert Parrish a little bit of a blow. He's really been putting out here in the first quarter.
He has 8 points to lead Boston. Maxwell is on Cooper. McHale is on Nader. He's got a good hook shot. And James Worthy out of nowhere try to ram the ball in. You've got to watch out for Worthy and keep your eye on him. Minute 34 remaining in the first period. McHale misses outside. Larry Bird controls. Johnson into Maxwell. And Maxwell's fouled, and a chance to bring the Celtics to within 3.
By moving Larry Bird outside, that's pulled another man away from that 1 foot in the paint defense that the Lakers have been using, and it's opening up the passing angles to the inside people of the Celtics.
Here's Jamal Wilkes replacing James Worthy, who goes out with 4 points. Wilkes, of course, coming back from his intestinal virus, which weakened him greatly for a couple of months. He's a fine defender and has got that feared outside shot when his timing is on. Jamal Wilkes in his 10th year from UCLA.
And Riley thinks that he's going to be a big factor in this series before it's over.
McAdoo committed the foul, and Maxwell makes the free throws, and it's 31-28. The Celtics have scored 7 straight points since the Lakers opened up a 10-point lead. 1:15 to go in the first period. It's McAdoo coming around a screen over Maxwell, and the rebound is by Scott Wedman. Wedman is looking very solid and poised, as you'd expect him to be. Here's Wedman going up with it. And Wedman had hit a three-pointer before, now has brought the Celtics to within one, 31-30 with under a minute to go. Magic Johnson guarded by Dennis Johnson. That's one matchup that Dennis wanted. Magic, short. McHale out of nowhere for the rebound, and the Celtics are looking to take the lead. Bird, fall away, he's got it, and the Celtics have regained the lead, 32-31, 11 straight points. So far it's a game of streaks, Tommy, with 28 seconds to go in the period.
Well, I think the Lakers have found out there's something different happening out here tonight than in the prior games.
Dennis Johnson is also guarding Magic Johnson. Two-man game with McAdoo and Magic. McAdoo breaks the 11-point string, and with 10 seconds to go, the Celtics can get the last shot. The Lakers have the lead again. Here's Dennis Johnson. 1 second to go, and that'll do it. That's the end of the first period here at the Forum in Inglewood, and the Celtics, who trailed by 10, are back in it. The Lakers 33, the Boston Celtics 32. And Tom Heinsohn and I will return to the Los Angeles Forum after this word from your local station. The Lakers lead the Celtics 33-32 after one period as we start the second, and there's Arnold Red Auerbach, the Celtic president and general manager, who is going to take a lesser role in the ball club next year. And Tommy, he'd like nothing more than to go out in this respect with another champion.
Well, he's been that many times, we know, but one more victory cigar, he'd certainly like to smoke it.
The Lakers 11-0, leading after the first period in the playoffs. Quinn Buckner is coming the game now to see if he can bump Magic Johnson a bit. Byron Scott also in, number 4, the rookie from Arizona State. Only Magic, the starting team that began the game for Pat Riley, is in there, and we have a Celtic foul, and Nader will go to the line. The foul is on Quinn Buckner, who's come in. Buckner played 6 years at Milwaukee.
But the Celtics will probably let Nader shoot the ball. They have more respect for Kareem. They're going to try and stop the other Lakers and let Nader go for the shot. And if it's convenient to double him or stick a hand in there, they will.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the bench with 8 points. 37 years old. The oldest member of the NBA All-Star team. 35-32, the Lakers lead. And they're leading 2 games to 1 in this best of 7 for the NBA World Championship. Byron Scott is on Wedman. McHale doesn't fall for him. Jamal Wilkes. Celtics are getting back on defense. Buckner. I think Buckner's job is to shadow Magic Johnson, the way it looks.
That's a tough job to do, but he's going to hand check him all over.
I thought that was illegal. Nader. There's the Nader headshot.
When he gets it going, he's tough.
Larry Bird coming back with a runner. And a foul call against the Boston Celtics as Larry Bird was off the mark with it, and then Maxwell committed the foul, his first. Minute gone by, second period. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn here at the Forum. Johnson looking inside. McAdoo guarded by Maxwell. And he gets the front rim in the back row. Jack Nicholson, an ardent Laker fan at just about every game. And now the Lakers have run off 8 in a row after the Celtics had an 11-point string in the first period. Cedric Maxwell going inside his foul. And foul is on Bob McAdoo. So Michael Cooper comes back into the ball game for the Lakers. And Magic Johnson will get his first breather. Johnson has scored 11 points in the ball game. He has 7 assists and 3 rebounds. Parrish is also back in the lineup for Boston. Bird getting a breather, so Magic and Bird go out at the same time.
Well, the 2 inspirational leaders of both ball clubs will need a rest right now. They've been working real hard.
With this group in there on both sides, and many of them from the bench, who has the edge, do you think?
Well, with Parrish in there and Nader guarding them, and the strategy that the Celtics are using that has uncovered the inside people, maybe they'll go to Parrish a lot more.
Maxwell 1 out of 2. Wilkes to Nader. Takes an inside move on Parrish. And they call McHale with the foul. McHale's arguing that he got all ball, but Darrell Garretson said otherwise, and so McHale with his first personal foul and the third team foul against the Celtics, 5 in the penalty.
He's an excellent backup center. Something that a luxury that the Celtics really don't have. They've got a rookie back there, but I never saw a guy work so hard after practice, a full hour the other day, just trying to keep himself in game shape and retain the timing. Doesn't play an awful lot of minutes.
Here's Nader, who was born in the Netherlands. Hits the free throws. And the Lakers are up by 8. After the Celtics had taken the lead. Parrish over Nader. McHale trying to tip it in. Scott Wedman gets the offensive rebound. Scott Wedman has really been a savior in many ways for the Celtics. Not a savior to give them a lead in the series, but to keep them to where they are right now.
Well, he's done some excellent things, rebounding as a guard and outside shooting.
Parrish misses McHale. McHale had a couple of shots and he couldn't do it. And now from the Lakers. McAdoo pulling up. And the Lakers have opened up a 10-point lead again. That's the second time they've reached 10.
The Laker Greyhounds are running, and when McAdoo pulls up on that fast break, he's unstoppable with that outside shot.
Harris shooting over Nader. Misses everything. And now McAdoo to Scott. Back to McAdoo. And a foul, but what a pass back by Byron Scott. And now the Lakers are back to their running game, and they love it in the Forum. And a timeout with 9:19 remaining. We're back at the Forum where the Lakers on a 12-1 run have opened up a 10-point lead once again over the Boston Celtics. Tommy Heinsohn's view was blocked by Ann Margaret and Roger Smith before, but he's moved up a little bit on the desk.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't mind missing the game a little bit for Ann Margaret.
McAdoo will go to the line.
You know what Pat Riley says about McAdoo? Pat, do it to them before they do it to you. Well, he's giving McAdoo the green light to get that shooting arm going.
Celtics have not made a shot yet in this second period. Almost 3 minutes gone by. Biggest lead of the game right now for the Lakers. 45-33. Scott Wedman. Low to McHale. McHale is 0 for 5 from the field. So Kevin McHale struggling offensively, and that's the last thing the Celtics need. Jamal Wilkes. A hook shot from Jamal Wilkes, and it's now 16-1. The Lakers are opening up a big 14-point lead. And keep in mind that the team that has been able to open up the big lead in the first half has been the victor in the first 3 games. To call a foul, Maxwell was fouled going to the basket as Larry Bird quickly comes back in the ball game. Is Bird coming back sooner than Casey Jones would have preferred?
I think so, because he needs that outside shooting a little bit or somebody to score. McHale did not respond. They're getting the shots they want, the Celtics, from the inside people, but they're just not hitting them. It's been such a long time since they got it, the type of shot they want.
Maxwell. Parrish. Parrish, who's 5 for 13. He hit a few early and then had a dry spell. Here's the lead pass. Byron Scott travels, and Boston takes over again. But even in that instance, it shows you how quickly the Lakers want to get the ball down the court.
Everybody is well trained to get that fast break going, and they've been doing this, extending this lead with Kareem on the bench and Magic on the bench.
Kareem will be coming back, and Danny Ainge will see his first action, and Magic Johnson will come back. So the 2 big guns of the Lakers getting set to come back in the ball game. Maxwell gets the basket And the foul, so Cedric Maxwell, who had a good offensive game in Boston last Thursday, now has 8 points. And the foul is on McAdoo, and that's number 3 on Bob McAdoo. Kareem is back, and Magic Johnson is back for the Lakers.
Well, they got a super effort from that bench. The Greyhounds produced.
McAdoo goes out, though, with 3 fouls. Nader did well, as he has throughout the series, backing up Kareem, giving him a rest. He scored 6 points with a couple of boards. Maxwell has a 3-point play, and now it's 47-38. Under 8 minutes to go, second period. Game 4 of the NBA World Championship Series. Lakers leading 2-1. Danny Ainge, number 44 in there. Into the hands of Dennis Johnson from Bird. Magic Johnson anticipating. And now they say it was last touched by the Celtics. So credit a steal by Magic Johnson. Kareem, short skyhook. He's got 10. In fact, 3 Lakers are in double figures. McAdoo has 10, and Magic leads everyone with 11. Johnson is on Ainge. Bird is fouled inside by James Worthy. Larry Bird will go to the line and shoot.
Well, Bird is the key, I believe, to the Celtics' destinies. You know, the strategy, the response to Cooper playing Bird, I think, set up some of the problems of the Celtics. Celtics responded by putting Larry Bird in the low post and took away their only bona fide outside threat, and they've made a decision to get him back on the outside, and it's worked so far for the Celtics. They're just not hitting their shots, and when they're not hitting their shots, that speed of the Lakers takes effect.
But they have had, as you say, some good shots inside.
Yep, as good as you're going to get against the Lakers.
Michael Cooper guarded by Ainge. Doubles on Kareem, and there's Worthy. How quick is James Worthy? He's kind of revolutionizing that power forward position.
And how great a passer is Kareem to make sure he got him to the ball on that strong cut.
6:45 remaining in the first half. Lakers by 11. They've led virtually all of this first half. Bird, short. Magic and Maxwell going at it. Magic is claiming that Cedric Maxwell hooked his arm, preventing him from getting to the ball. The Celtics will have possession, but Pat Riley will call a timeout first.
And here, a little hand holding, and Magic gets upset. The crowd into it. And when you get the crowd on your side, like it's going right now, you better come out storming out of the timeout.
And Magic Johnson is going over to the Celtic bench right now, and there's ML Carr. And the officials and the coaches are trying to serve as a peacemaker right now, but the tempers got a little heated right there. 6:34 remain in the first half. The Lakers by 11.
Pat Riley has come up with an outstanding strategy move to start this series, and it's taken till this ball game for the Celtics to find some way to entice those big guards of the Lakers out. What an edge they got in the first couple of games.
11-point lead for the Lakers. Biggest lead was 14 points after a 16-1 spurt. Sound familiar? Same thing they did on Sunday. Danny Ainge, though, on a drive. A lot of people have been wondering why Danny Ainge hasn't been in there more.
I consider him to be the second best all-around guard on the team, and I wonder why he hasn't played.
Danny Ainge, of course, been inconsistent at times, but he is a spark plug. James Worthy, no one to pass to, shoots over Cedric Maxwell. James Worthy, who Jerry West the other day, the Laker general manager, said should be the MVP of this series, as Brent pointed out. Now they're going to call a foul on Larry Bird, an offensive foul on Bird, his second. Celtic bench a little uneasy right now. Trailing by 11, 5:45 to go in the first half. And a Boston foul. It'll be their 5th, and will put the Celtics in the penalty. And the Lakers will be going the line to shoot 2. The foul is on Robert Parrish, his 2nd personal foul. So Dennis Johnson, Parrish, and Bird have 2 for Boston. Abdul-Jabbar and Rambis have 2 for the Lakers, but McAdoo's on the bench with 3 fouls.
That's pretty gutsy pick that Cooper put on Parrish, a much bigger player. The Lakers use a lot of that type of thing to get Kareem into the low post, and you're giving up your body on a pick when you try and block off Robert Parrish.
The Celtics started off hot shooting-wise. They're down to 41% right now. The Lakers have gotten better. They're at 67%. Don't forget they were the hottest shooting team in NBA history in the regular year. They've kept it up in the playoffs and in the series. Parrish finds Danny Ainge inside. Notice how quickly the Lakers get the ball on the break because of Kurt Rambis after a made basket. LA by 10. Worthy inside move on Bird. What a play by James Worthy. They're still buzzing over that one. Dennis Johnson hits from outside. Dennis Johnson with 8 points, hit 3 early shots from long range. And with under 5 minutes to go in the half, it's back down to 10 again.
This is the first game in the series that both clubs have been able to play their style of play.
There's a foul before the shot.
Yeah, sensational basketball by a premier player, maybe an all-time great at the power forward position. Quick spin move on Larry Bird, and 1 step and a power dunk. You don't stop those.
The Lakers and Worthy were devastated last year when James missed the playoffs with a broken leg. He's emerged as a dominant player. Rambis missing his first free throw. And right now we'll have a timeout. 4:51 remaining. It is a 20-second timeout. Each team is entitled to 1 20-second timeout per half. And the Lakers lead by 10. Want to remind you that the series will continue Friday night with Game 5 of the World Championship Series. Scene will move to Boston Garden as the Lakers and the Celtics battle it out. We'll be with you live at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. The team split the first 2 games at Boston Garden. Celtics are looking for 2-2 to go back home. And the Lakers are trying to open up a 3-1 edge. Scott Wedman has some ice on his knee right now. He has been a spark plug for Boston off the bench.
He's been very important in this ball game because of his outside shooting, and they have to respect that. And with the new alignment that that Boston has thrown at LA, it's opened up the inside game of the Celtics. But these Lakers are still playing their game.
Kurt Rambis missed both free throws. Celtics trailing by 10. It was 14. Dennis Johnson. Bird the rebound. Blocked inside by Rambis. Maxwell fighting, and that's the inside second and third effort that the Boston Celtics used to get here.
The Lakers had 1 foot in the paint defense for the prior 3 games. Not tonight.
Rambis getting the pass inside. Bounces out. Here's Michael Cooper. Parrish the rebound. Nothing doing down court, and here's Danny Ainge, who converted from baseball with the Toronto Blue Jays to pro basketball in the Celtics. Parrish is blocked by Kareem. Bird gets the layup. Boy, how he knifes his way in.
Bird has got one of the finest knacks on offensive
Technical
rebounding.
foul has been called against the Boston Celtic bench, I believe.
Casey Jones complaining that Larry Bird getting banged on the shot by Kareem and no whistle. Here we're going to see Parrish making the move. Could have been a foul there. His Bird pulls it down, fakes Kareem up. Well, Larry might have been leaning in.
Anyway, Casey Jones has been called for the technical foul, and he really never gets upset. You never hear him talk above a whisper, really.
Well, when he gets mad, he starts a duck walk. When his toes start pointing out, you know he's mad. If we got a shot of his feet pointing out, maybe we'd see something. Yeah, there it is. Pointed out toes.
57-50. The Lakers by 7 points. Under 4 minutes to go. Boy, you really remembered all of those nuances and those idiosyncrasies of your teammates when you play, that's for sure. Dennis Johnson is on Magic Johnson. That's the defensive matchup I knew Dennis wanted all along. Turnaround by Kareem off the top. Bird the rebound. Celtics trying to cut it to 5. Danny Ainge all alone. Those are the shots the Celtics haven't been able to make. Magic to Kareem. Rolls it in. A finger roll effort by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and it's 59-50. So instead of 5 points, if Ainge had hit the outside shot, it's back to 9.
When you get a 35-year-old, 7'3" player filling the third lane, you got a heck of a fast break. 37.
Steal by James Worthy. And the Lakers open it up again to 11 points. And Casey Jones wants a timeout. The Celtics got careless, and the Lakers were right there to pounce on him. Timeout, 2:52 to go in the half. Lakers lead 61-50, 2:52 to go in the first half. The Celtics came within 7, could have been 5, but the Lakers are just running every chance they get. They do not miss an opportunity.
In addition to using that speed on the fast break, they run it so often that it's like a sledgehammer. They hit you over the head until you roll over.
All right, right now let's go to Brent Musburger. Brent?
All right, Dick, coming up at the half, of course, Peter Ueberroth is going to be here talking about the Olympic boycott, and also we will have a look at Larry Bird, and Kevin Locklear will take us inside the game. Back to Dick and Tommy.
All right, Brent, thank you very much. The high scorers in the ball game. Worthy, Abdul-Jabbar, and Magic Johnson all with 12 points. Worthy's hit his last 4 shots. Bird with 12 is the high scorer for the Celtics. Larry Bird will inbound. It's Bird, Johnson, Wedman. And the field goal percentage in this period, 83% for the Lakers. Virtually all of them are by virtue of layups at the end of a fast break. The Celtics under 30%. Parrish. Double team, hits from the baseline.
Boston has had 13 offensive rebounds in this game to LA's 3.
And they have not converted most of those. Inside, Abdul-Jabbar. He got the pass at the right point, but was defensed well. And here comes Dennis Johnson. 61-52. 2:15 to go in the first half. Parrish doubled again. Parrish hits again. Robert Parrish has been double teamed throughout the year, but not as hard and not by as good a talent as he's seeing here in LA.
Well, the guards, the way the Lakers are using them, are very, very big, and they go back and give them a lot more trouble.
Under 2 minutes to go, first half. Foul. Parrish fouls Kareem. It'll be the 3rd personal foul on Robert Parrish. So he now has 3 fouls, and he'll have to come out of the ball game. Kevin McHale.
Just as they were starting to get him on track, a fearful thing happens for Casey Jones. He loses his center. That forces McHale in as his backup. And really, Casey Jones likes to use McHale more as a power forward. He feels that's where the advantage is.
And ML Carr is coming into the ball game, replacing Scott Wedman. ML Carr, who's an 8-year veteran, played 11 minutes in Sunday's game, his first action in the series. He's 32 years old, and he can be a bit of a shaker and mover on the court.
And he makes, when he steps on the court, he's all mouth. He tells you, I've arrived, you're in trouble, pal.
Kareem.
Look to the Lakers to go to Kareem even more with McHale in the game.
1 out of 2 for Kareem, and 1:50 remaining in the first half. 8-point lead for LA. Maxwell against Rambis. Blocked by Abdul-Jabbar. Taken down by Magic Johnson. And the 2 gems of the Lakers combining right there. Minute and a half remaining. Worthy. Guarded by Bird. Dennis Johnson is on Magic Johnson. Now Kareem with McHale guarding. Feeds Cooper.
The Celtics just have not been able to pick up that cut.
Larry Bird backed up Michael Cooper into the photographer's lane as he got the inbounds pass. Carr going up. Carr again. Foul. Michael Cooper was behind Larry Bird when Bird, under the Celtic basket, was inbounding it. And Larry just backed him away.
Here he's going for the ball out of bounds, and Cooper trying to get around him. So he just backs him into the crowd to create some room. A little bit too close to the camera people. I hope they got a close-up of that.
ML Carr hits the free throw. He's had vast playoff experience with both Pistons and the Celtics. Out of Guilford College in North Carolina.
He walked up to Worthy yesterday at practice and congratulated him for winning the MVP.
He's got a sense of humor. Remember, he taped up his fingers in the Knicks series against Bernard King, who had finger problems. Kareem gets it inside to Rambis. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is making some patented but spectacular passes nonetheless inside, which is something he's done throughout the career. And it's a 10-point lead, 66-56, with 35 seconds remaining in the half. ML Carr bombs from downtown, and he has 4 points.
When Kareem is in there and doubled, you have to make sure that that cutter is picked up, because he's going to get him the ball if he's open.
19 on the game clock, 11 on the shot clock. So the Celtics will get the ball again. Worthy going in and stuffs it through. If you think that first step is something, how about that last one, Tommy?
One step and a leap of into the clouds.
McHale, 2 seconds to go. A steal, and that does it.
Did you know that